Okay, I want to start off by saying that one of the times I was on the internet and I heard this story about this black man that he ended up in a accident and he went into a coma. And when he woke up out of that coma, he started speaking in Hebrew. And since he's American, he doesn't know, all his life he's never spoken Hebrew before. He didn't learn Hebrew, he didn't know Hebrew. But when he woke up out of this coma, somehow he started knowing how to speak Hebrew. So that makes me wonder, is it that somehow this man accessed memories from his past life? So maybe in a past life he spoke Hebrew? Am I right about that theory?
Okay, like we don't have the source of the information and we don't really deal with theories, but I've also watched movies and documentaries where people have had, near death experiences and or hit their head and were able to from that have certain abilities. And it from what they were saying is to do with them accessing, part of their brain, which again we would only be speculating without knowing the actual facts of the situation, but which we don't really do in Wu-Sabat. But it's something that I've also come across in terms of like people putting out information. But of course, there are people who become what they call savants that the master has spoken about. Trying to remember which actual fact that is in. But yeah, but I would only be speculating on that particular case because I don't know and don't have the facts about what happened or whatever. But things can happen with you can like have brain injury and then you're able to gain certain abilities. That's all I can give you on that at the moment.
So it is possible to access past lives memories.
It is, yes, and you can even do that without having to go through an accident. It's called regression. When you it's hypnotic, it's called hypnotic regression. If you want to research hypnotic regression, that's a way by where they put you into a hypnotic state, and then you're able to recall and give information of your past lives and things you've already experienced in your past lives. Being that on average most people have had to reincarnate on average about 9,000 times. So hypnotic regression is a process where you can be hypnotized and then you relive or relay information of incidents that has been stored in your subconscious and in your memory. You see, so yeah, that is something that is known to have occurred. So
Okay, thank you.
this normally happens when people get abducted, for example, like when people have abductions by extraterrestrials, they get a lot of time they make them to forget, and they show you, in like the movies like Men in Black, where they flash a light and erase your memory or parts of your memory. But then, under hypnotic regression, people are able to relive and recall something that happened. And even in the movie called The Fourth Kind, that was what happened, where you had the hypnotist that was actually working with people that were abducted to find out the true story of what actually happened to them, and they were able to through that make drawings artist impression, say things that were basically what they went through, and yeah, it helped to put the pieces together. Because if you have, say, a town with many people that have experienced the same thing, but somehow they've been made to forget through amnesia or whatever, that if you sample and speak to a wide variety of people and put them under hypnotic regression, and they're able to all give the same accounts and descriptions, then you can kind of come to the conclusion based on the evidence of the sample that they didn't confer with each other. Some of them never even met or knew each other, and they're able to come to the same conclusion. So these are techniques that are used by hypnotists to try and collaborate whether people, making things up or telling the truth. All right.